Spencer Lazar for MMAinterviews.tv here with Paul Daley. Just had a great knockout win over Scott Smith here at Strikeforce. So talk a little bit about what your preparation going in and how you felt.
I had a lot of great sparring with a lot of, big name strikers, a lot of great MMA fighters as well. Too many to name really. I've been out in Holland as I normally do, training out there with the Mike's gym, and over in Nottingham with Team Roughhouse. And I knew coming into this fight, Scott Smith was a tough guy. He hit very hard, and that it'd be game to stand up. And I'm always game to stand up, and I know I have a lot of power, and I'm quite athletic. I can move in and out faster than he can, and I think that's what won me the fight.
Were you pretty much just licking your chops when you heard that that was your matchup? Because obviously you do love to stand up, but that's somebody who is not going to go to the ground.
I was, but again, I didn't come into the fight thinking he was just going to stand up, because like I said, Semtex turns strikers to wrestlers, so I didn't know whether he was going to shoot for a takedown or what the hell he was going to do, but he stuck to his word. He's a man of his word, and he stayed standing, and I got the victory.
You looked very patient out there, and it came pretty quick. Were you a little surprised that he got the face plant there?
No, I had to be patient because Scott's a specialist at coming from behind. You know, it's dangerous when it's hurt. So I had him rocked earlier on, but I thought I'd take my time, moving in and out, and just see how he reacted. And luckily, when I did go for the kill, he swung with like a left hook and a right hand. So I knew that's what he does. So I was cautious of it, and it worked in my favor. And then I got the finisher later on in the round.
You think that left hook might be your best punch, or what do you think?
Well, my right hand's coming along because the first punch that rocked him was a straight right, and I've been working on my right hand just to balance it out. But yeah, right now the left hook's the most deadliest.
The jab looked great too tonight, and the jab set up the right hand, and you were working that pretty well despite the reach advantage. Yeah,
well, I've got long arms, deceptively long arms, and I knew that it would play a part in the fight because I'm quite a short fight. I'm like 5'9" or just under, and people think that they'll be able to out jab me, outmaneuver me, and stuff like that. But
surprise them every time you're in there. So KJ Noons.
Yep. I'd like to fight KJ. Like I said, he's hyped up by Strikeforce. He's challenged for the title. He's beat Nick Diaz before in the past, so I think it makes sense to me. So I'm going to keep shouting out the fight until something's done about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see you against Nick Diaz. I think that'd be a great fight. Obviously, maybe you're not quite in line for the title yet, but down the line, how do you see that matchup?
I think I would knock Diaz out. Maybe not within the first round, but within 3 rounds, I think I'd knock him out.
And do you think just that power just be too much for him?
I think the power and the fact that although he's a great fighter, he's a great boxer, and he has great jiu-jitsu, I don't think he has the wrestling to trouble my athleticism. I think that's a missing link in his game, and I don't think between now and the time that I fight him, it will get to a level where he'll be able to dominate me with his wrestling. So I just think it's a terrible fight for him. For me, he's just a boxer, jiu-jitsu guy, and that's perfect.
How awesome is that for you? After a little bit of a lapse in judgment in the UFC, to come out and get a couple wins, and this one being a big one on Showtime.
It's great, what I did over in the UFC was a mistake. It had no reflection on me as a fighter. It was just a personal mistake, something wrong with my character at the time. I've always been a good fighter, and I'll just continue to get better wherever I'm at.
Your buddy Andre Winner here, he looked great to me starting that fight with Seaver. So what do you think's next for your buddy?
Yeah, I hope the UFC give Dre a good fight, another fight where he can display his skills, his stand-up skills, and his whole MMA game. Dre's a good all-round and a great cornerman as well, and he's not bad at drinking alcohol. I think that's, after fighting, that's the next best thing that he does. So yeah, I hope the UFC gives Dre another great matchup where he can show his skills and get a victory.
Always entertaining. Paul Daley here at Strikeforce. Just beat Scott Smith.